Oh wait, that's the door. I'm so confused. All right, let's head down the hallway. I'm in Vegas tonight. I'm at the Mandalay Bay. I'm going down to, my wife and my daughter just went to sleep. I'm going down to play a little poker. So when you watch this one, make a comment. I literally, every comment I will respond to. All right, I have no idea what the action's like at the Mandalay Bay. Some chaos over here. Stay tuned. As you can see, I was just in Vegas. It was a big family kind of reunion, kind of birthday party for my mom. All my sisters are there. It was a great time. So, of course, I snuck out late at night to play some poker. We were staying at the Mandalay Bay. I haven't been there in 20 years probably. And by the way, it's a great place. The pools are great. The restaurants are great. We went to some place called Citizen. We went to House of Blues, had ribs, listened to some live music. So when I snuck out a little late at night to play some poker, I didn't want to leave the resort. I didn't want to go out on the strip and find a game. I wandered downstairs, and sure enough, they have a little room. There was just a couple tables going. They actually had a little tournament going, like 2 tables, I think. And then they had 2 1-2 games going on a Saturday night at 10 o'clock. Fantastic. More good news, seat available. I sit down, I start to play, and let me say, it doesn't take very long for me to figure out this is a great game. No pros, no local grinders, clearly just people who are staying at the resort who want to play a little poker, who want to have a little fun, maybe have a drink, relax, chat, gamble it up. I know that sometimes vloggers get accused of only showing the good hands, the good sessions, trying to make themselves look good, but I feel I can say I am quite transparent when it comes to my vlogs. Case in point, my last vlog, where I make some seriously questionable plays and I don't edit out 1 single second. So this time, when I say that I am the greatest, that I played pretty good, you can trust me.
I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me.
Also, I got like a crazy amount of premium hands in like 4 hours. Let us start with Pocket Kings. Kings, the hand that crushed me last time out. Kings, that's right. Once again, Kings. Well, that's all right, because we're going to play this one a little differently, aren't we? Let's hope. Let's see. It's pre-flop. There's been a $15 raise. One person calls. It gets to me in the small blind with pretty much a full stack of close to 300. I raise it up to 45. Good. I get 2 callers. Okay, fine. And the flop brings an ace and 2 hearts. Guy makes a massive bet. It's about 130 in pot. He bets 150. He goes all in. The other guy calls. I know one of them's got an ace. I for sure am not calling this hand. Right? Right, I fold. I do fold in. I was in 3rd place, so somebody had an ace, somebody else had hearts. The hearts got there. I feel like I lost the minimum on this hand. Now I've got the ace-5 of hearts. I make a $6 wager pre-flop. The guy on my left who's been very active, he actually folds. I get a couple callers, and the flop comes down, king, queen, 6. 2 of them are hearts. Okay. Now I bet 10 here. I believe this used to be called a feeler bet. Are people still using that term, a feeler bet? Anyways, guy 3 seats to my left raises all in to $100. Problem here is I have 4 to the nut flush, but if I make the hand, I don't get paid. You know, I really, really hate drawing with a flush draw unless the person has giant stacks behind them, because you have to make your draw, then you get paid on it. Just calling for a draw, I don't know, it feels ugly. It's never fun. Not getting the right price. It's just heads up. Do I really want to call $90 and hope to get my heart? I don't. I fold. That's fine. With jacks in late position, it is folded all the way around to me, and I make a tiny little open to $7. Only 1 player calls. He looks very, very weak. 3 small cards come on the flop. So I bet out for 15, trying to make a little something. He really looks pained, but he manages to put 15 into the pot. Then another small card on the turn. I throw out a $20 bet, and he folds. Okay, it's a tiny pot, but things are headed in the right direction.
Live straddle, 5 to go.
As the man said, Live straddle, $5 to me. I'm in early position here, so I decide I'm going to call with my queen jack. It gets folded all the way around to the small blind, who makes it 15, and then the straddler calls the 15 back to me. Now I actually have position. I think raising would be a little too much of an overplay, but I'm definitely going to call. Flop is pretty crappy for me. It's 3 low cards, but the small blind checks, the straddler checks, he's under the gun, right? Now it's back on me. I got to start telling the story. So I'm going to lead out with a bet. I'm starting to get a real feel for the table here, and people are playing very straightforward. They're checking their weak hands, they're betting their strong hands. So I make a bet on the flop. The small blind, the original raiser, he actually folds. The straddler looks pained, but calls me. Then on the turn, I get no help, but decide to keep my foot on the gas and make another bet. He really takes his time now, goes into the tank, but he finally does fold, and I get a nice little pot.
Yeah.
Now, as I'm stacking up my chips, the guy says, "Hey, what'd you have?" And I go, "Oh, kings." Which turns out to be quite the coincidence, because on my very next hand, I actually get kings. Yeah, I pick up kings on my very next hand. So I'm a little distracted. I just won with the queen jack, right? I was stacking my chips. I turned off the phone camera. I missed the pre-flop action, but I bet 20. I got 3 callers. So with $80 in the flop, I lead out for $35 on the flop. I get just 1 caller, so now we've got 80, 75. There's 150 in the pot. On the turn, he just leads into me and goes all in. I actually stop and ask for a count.
It's all in. How much do you? 82.
I think about it. I look at him. I'm pretty sure he's just trying to steal it. I still have kings. There's no straight. There's no flush. He could have lucked into a random 2 pair. I doubt it. And it's not a big enough stack to get me off it. So I take my time, which I like. I count it up. I call. And manage to take down another solid pot. About 350 on this one. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, these next couple of hands don't have a giant narrative to them, but we're going to include them anyways because this is my vlog. And I won both hands. So I pick up 9s, and it's one of those things where I make a pre-flop bet. I think I bet, let's say $17. I pick up about, let's say 17 callers. And on the flop, I get about, let's say 17 overcards. But for some reason, everybody checks it down all the way to the river, and I win the pre-flop action. Fantastic. No complaints. Very next hand. Queens. Great. I make a pre-flop bet and get a disgusting flop of an ace, king, jack. It's another one of those situations where we check it down to the river. The river actually gives me a queen for a set, but there's a 4-liner on the board. So there's just no real action on either of these hands, but I do win both hands. I'll take it. Now this is a great hand. I've got queens. I'm under the gun. I make it 15 pre, and the guy on my left, pretty much a snap call. Everybody else folds. Guy on my right thinks about it. He jumps into the pool. Okay, so now the flop is 8-5 deuce. There's 2 hearts. Player on my right leads into us, goes all in. I take my time because I've been taking my time this session, right? I take my time. I ask for a count. It's $33. In the past, I have made the mistake of simply calling a small all-in when I have an overpair, and I don't like that move because it gives the guy on my left too good of a price to call. So I actually think about it. I decide I'm going to raise the all-in player. I decide to basically double it. I say I'm going to raise it to $70. Okay, the player on my left, he makes a pretty quick call again. Okay, he's got a little something, right? This is probably the most active guy at the table. His range could be decently wide here. Now, the turn brings us a 6 of hearts. Now the board is crazy connected. A lot of draws actually get there, but I'm putting him on a pretty decent hand that maybe doesn't connect with this board. I look down. I've got about 150 left. There's about 200 in the pot. And I am not folding, and I'm going to make sure that he pays. If he is, in fact, drawing, I got to put my foot on the gas, keep the pressure on. I go all in. Player on my left thinks about it, and he folds. So that means I get the side pot, right? So I turn over my queens. The dealer is going to put out the river at this point. The river comes out, and that's when the player on my left says this.
88?
Oh, wow.
87.
Oh, 8-7. That's right, the player on my left folded 8-7. Would have given him trips on the river. Woo! So now, of course, I love my all-in play on the turn, taking down a fantastic pot. Which brings us to the final hand of the night, the big hand, pocket aces. So often with pocket aces, it's a straightforward hand with not a lot of tricky decisions or interesting turn points in the hand, but this particular aces, pretty awesome, if you ask me, and I kind of feel like you are asking me. Okay, so I'm in the small blind. I've got aces. There's a couple limpers. The button makes it 15. I am definitely raising. I always want to make this a heads-up match if I can with the button. 45 it's going to be. That does the trick. It clears up the limpers, and yes, thank goodness, the button calls. Okay, so heads up with about 90 in the pot. The flop comes down Queen, Jack, 5. Okay, I've seen better, I've seen worse. I'm heads up and out of position with aces, and I want to figure out how to keep his 9s and 10s and 8s in and maybe not lose my entire stack, in fact, if he flops the set. So I decided to go with the check, and then he bets 40 into that $100. I really like this, actually, because I feel like this is an easy call for me. It under-reps my hand. I don't think there are any draws in his range, really. I'm not worried about him trying to draw to a straight. So I just call his 40, and the turn is a jack, and I love this card. I just don't think he ever has a single jack. Maybe, sure, he could, but that's not really in his range at this point. Now I'm really losing to his pocket queen, so now it's more like, how do I get all my money in? I feel like if I blow out, if I just lead out here, it's going to scare off his under pairs. I think I need to continue to under rep, so I do check, and he bets 100, which I love. It's not a big decision for me. I'm going to go all in. I think about it, pretend to think about it. I go all in. He's got about 100 left. I fade the snap call. And once you fade the snap call, you start praying for a call. Please call me. But he actually goes into the tank and manages to fold and save his last, I don't know, about $100. So I didn't get 100% value, but I got 80% value. It's a great way to finish the session. An over $300 pot. Very good for this smaller game. An excellent way to end the night. Well, thanks for watching. I had so much fun playing at the Mandalay Bay over a couple nights. It was, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, won about $300. Great, paid for all that really insanely expensive food in Las Vegas. Let's not even get into that. But now I'm here, and oh, by the way, real quick, please take a moment to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. I'm standing in front of the Lucky Lady. It is 9:15 on a Thursday night. I'm getting ready to go inside to play a 2-3-5 game on the live stream. The buy-in is 200 to 800. It is going to play way bigger than a 2-3-5 game. So look out for this next video of tonight's game coming very soon.